Ogni amoroso, notte giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have here on Channel X breaking news about DPG's famous partner finally making a comeback since surgery. Sir, do you have anything to say before you take off those bandages?
I just hope I can still see myself as the person I once was before. And maybe, just maybe, make people laugh again.
You heard it right here, folks. Pikachu voice on Channel X and all his words.
Thank you for coming anyways. You know, ever since this whole surgery and everything, I've been having a lot of personal problems.
But does that mean he wants to put his fascist ideas to the world? We'll help you find out.
Wait, what?
Currently right now, we actually have someone here in the studio to report what he heard from Pikachu. And here he is.
Yes, I actually heard Pikachu say that he actually wants to make people laugh.
But that is just you! How are people not seeing this?
Ladies and gentlemen, this actually just came up recently about 2 seconds ago that we actually have recent footage of Pikachu posting his fascist ideas out to the public and harming poor innocent men about their ideals.
Hey, let him go, folks. Don't forget tough out the door, man. Pikachu's headbutt.
Okay, dude, your blindness way out of proportion.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here on Channel X. Now, last question I'm going to pose for you. Who are you going to really believe? This fascist kind of person, this fascist person who wants to put his ideals into your living room, or Channel X that even Donald Trump doesn't even believe we're fake news?
Americans, even I believe Channel X is not fake news.
You know what? This is bullshit. This is okay. DPG, what are we making? DPG!
Oh, God. Mexican? Hey everyone, this is DPG, and today we're making a massive freaking taco. And yes, everyone has their own little recipe on how to do it and how to make it, where to get your ingredients. You've probably seen this video 100 times, but you know what? Everyone has a tiny little touch to make it not only simple, progressive, and a little bit, I don't know, different. Because everyone's got to bring a little something to the table, and this is my little piece to the pie, even if it's a crumb or something like that. Now, let's get started. As you can see, here is all my ingredients. We got taco seasoning right there. We got tortillas, lettuce, tomato, 2% cheese like I always do, Mexican style, because you gotta need Mexican style. And we got, boom, we got ground turkey, 93% lean. Why do we have lean? Why do we have this type of tortilla? It's because, well, I couldn't find a single type of tortilla. And no, I'm not gonna make my own tortilla. You know how difficult it is to make anything that has to do with some kind of dough?
Bread. That stuff is one of the most difficult things to do. I think it's crazy easier, for God's sake. You gotta let it rest, you gotta fold it, you gotta make sure it's at the right temperature. At least with the cake, you just need a
Now, when it comes to that meat, like I said, you know my channel. You see enough videos by now why I go with everything lean and 2% cheese and all that. So 93% turkey. Also, it was a lot cheaper than ground beef. Now, one of the longest things that's going to take is cooking is the actual meat. Now remember, put your skillet at around medium temperature. Also, don't forget, you need olive oil. You don't need a lot of olive oil because there's not a point to this. So just put a little dash right there, boom. That's the only olive oil you need. Now, why are we doing this first? Well, we all know that poultry needs to be cooked 100%. It's not like ground beef where it can be a little bit red, or like just meat overall be a little bit red. It has to be fully cooked. So that's why it has to be first to cook. Now, you need to add at least 1 cup of water. So, just flop it in here. Why are we putting it in now since we already put olive oil in it? Look, the olive oil is just to more give it a savory taste for anything else. Because that's how I do it. That is how I roll. Get your seasoning. Bam! Why are we going with this and not making myself? Well, taco seasoning is one of the very few things that is just worth it buying by itself. It's cheap. It's only about $1 depending on which brand you get. And you know, either that or you gotta look at the ingredients and say, well, I need chili pepper, paprika, oregano, onion, salt, potato starch, sugar, all that crap. You know what? Some things are just worth it by itself just to buy. Once you get this stuff mixed up a little bit, you can move on to the next option. Many of you are asking, why do we have this second part? What is the point? Because we are gonna melt our cheese. Because you can't be lazy and just, I'm just gonna put my cheese on top of my taco. You know what, screw that. No, we ain't gonna do that. We're gonna melt the cheese. You gotta be careful with this. Just because we have cheese doesn't mean you just let it cook like that. You know, because that's how you burn shit. It's like, you gotta remember, it's like cooking chocolate. So you have to keep it low. You also have to put a little bit of milk in there. That is how you do it. It's like making nachos. You ever made nachos at home? This is how you make nachos at home. And of course, like I always do, I use Fair Life milk. Maybe just a dash more. And you know what? Everyone says, hey, you gotta get exact measurements to actually get this stuff cooking right. You know what? That's not life. You know what life is? Life is doing what needs to be done. You gotta know when something, hey, that looks like a cup. Hey, that looks like 3 ounces. Because you're not gonna have a measuring cup and you're not gonna have a scale with you everywhere. So that is life. Now, remember, even though it's cheese and we got the milk in here, you have to keep an eye on it. And you're asking, why does it look so little? That doesn't look like a lot of cheese for a few tacos. Because when have we ever made something tiny or little on this show? This thing right here, that which is as big as my head, is going to be one taco. Not the whole thing. We're not going to fold it like this. We're just going to use one tortilla for one taco. That is how we do it. Now here comes everyone's favorite part, the slicing of the vegetables. You know why this is actually one of my favorite parts in the video? Because it allows me to rant. It allows me to talk to people and actually get, you know, let's see what's going on in the real world and everything. Yeah, it's been a one hell of a week, past couple weeks. Actually a good, solid, just hell of a month. We had stuff in Charlottesville. We had things going on, you know, Hurricane Harvey. It's just been absolute madman, and there is no easy topic to talk about that. But you know what? This show is not about politics. This show is not about what is going on in the real world. This show is about to ask, how are you? How are you doing? This is like what I like to call the rant segment, because you know what? Everyone needs to rant. Everyone should rant because it's healthy. It's healthy to rant. Now, I'm not saying it's healthy to rant on something like YouTube or Facebook, but if you use your words correctly, you can actually get your message through. When people are ranting, their minds will go astray. Many people who know me, I rant. I would just rant, and my mind will go 100 miles an hour, not knowing where it's going to stop. But you know what? That's how I work. Because when people rant, it allows the minds to be free. It allows their minds to be. It's kind of like having an overactive imagination. When you allow your mind to be free to do what it wants, I believe it helps lower stress. It's like when people want to vent to other people, asking like, look, I'm going to vent here. Just give me these 2 minutes to let me vent. You don't have to respond. You don't have to do that. And you know what? I think more people need that. Allowing the mind to free can do a lot for people. It has done a lot for me. Look at what I'm doing right now. I'm venting to you, but in a positive way. I'm not giving my personal information. I'm just sharing my thoughts. And like I said, people need a healthy deposit of venting. You have to know the person. You can't just expect the person's going to know exactly what you want to know. You got to see them in their scenario. You know what the old saying, walk a mile in a person's shoes and you'll understand them? Well, you have to, and I think people have lost that in this world. And here's another thing people have lost in this world, or probably don't fully understand. One, that's enough onion. People are forgetting the idea that the whole, here's another political thing. So political, personal opinion warning, that people are forgetting that they believe that racial diversity, racism has actually gone up during the Obama administration. Well, guess what happened during the Obama administration? People forget that during the Obama administration, there's a little thing that actually grew just a little bit. Just a little bit. The internet. Everyone is a director, as in, look what I am doing right now. Everyone is a journalist. There's a thing called YouTube, Facebook, WorldStar, Twitter. That is just four of the biggest social media out there. There is more. There is greater. Everyone is something now just because they're able to share it like that. 2007, we didn't have that. 2008, we didn't have that. 2009 was barely something we were starting to get. Then once 2010 hit and so on the past 7 years, it exploded so much that we are able to share everything in an instant, and people are forgetting that. Whew, man, that's just something I had to get off my chest. Whew. I don't think that's more of a political thing. But I don't know, everyone's a little bit different. Who likes iceberg? I'm a big enjoyer. I like iceberg a lot. It's pretty enjoyable, personally. It's not too bad, but you gotta remember one thing. Like I said before, you gotta hit that little nub right there and just pound it. Now, we don't need a whole lot of this. Just grab off a chunk, about that much. That's really all you need. Yeah, about right. And just keep the rest. Put it somewhere. I don't know. You put it somewhere. Put it in the basement. I don't know. Don't let it grow down there and grow into an 80-inch beast that's gonna eat you. Last thing to add is that in order to know when this is fully cooked from a personal standpoint, make sure there's not a lot of liquid left. You see right there? There's a lot of liquid right here. Make sure that it's at least getting rid of before we actually combine everything. And once that's done, all it's just to do is Lego pieces and put it together. So, since the beef is actually finished cooking, how are we gonna do the layout here? So, first off, I'm a man and a personal believer that veggies should be on the bottom. Why, you may ask? Because they're always the first one to go on top of the taco. And why is my lettuce not diced up? Because guess what? Oh my god. It's like a blanket to help keep it in the taco. Look at this. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's just beautiful. And just put some more right here, some more onions, some more tomatoes, and boom. So, what's next? What do you put on top of that? Oh, the piece of resistance. Oh my god, just look at this. Oh, yes. Oh, you gotta make it love itself. You gotta make sure it loves itself. So just, look at that. And I may just have a little too much meat. It's like, you just gotta sandwich it. You gotta sandwich it in here. Look at this. Oh, yes. Just fucking perfect. Oh. And the piece of resistance. Oh my lord! Oh, ladies, gentlemen, if you're not drooling over this, you have something wrong in your life.
Okay, it is time for me to finally take this off.
Do, my man. It is time. Do what you think you need to do. And no matter what, I still like you.
Thank you. Oh my god! This mirror makes me look amazing!
Oh, I agree! It looks amazing what was done! I want a hug!
Me too! Me too!
Because of you, I never stray too far from the sidewalk.
Oh, it's so warm.
You know what? Fuck this, I'm out!